Hey, what's up, guys? This is Evan and Elise with Healthy Roots Life, and today we're going to talk about some of the differences between the synthetic GLP-1 options out there and also a natural GLP-1 activator. So a quick summary of what this video is going to be about. We're going to talk about what is GLP-1, why do we have it or why do we need it, and we've seen a lot of this in commercials lately where, it's just everywhere. It's been a hot topic. Yeah, lots of ads everywhere. It's hard to get away from it if you watch any TV or any sporting event. Anyway, it's been a hot topic for a couple years now, at least the synthetic option. So we're going to talk about that, and then also the natural option that is relatively new as of this last October. So we're going to talk about that, what the shot actually does, and what the activator, the natural one, does, and then some of the side effects of both of them, because they both have some side effects, so we'll talk about those. So we just want to provide you information, and then you can choose which one is best for you. All right, so full disclosure, we are not doctors or dietitians. We just started looking into some natural options because we had family and friends that were on the synthetic GLP-1 shot for weight loss, and they had some kind of unfortunate experiences with it. So we did our own research, and we are Lifevantage consultants, so we do refer people to Lifevantage. So quick introduction to ourselves. We will be talking in another video about Elise's experience taking the Lifevantage natural GLP-1 activator system and how it's been for her over the last few months. And then also later we'll talk about my own health journey this last year and the things that I did so that I could lose almost 30 pounds. All right, but first, with anything, you have to define things. So what is GLP-1? I know it's a weird term. We didn't know what it was either when we heard it. It stands for glucagon. So G for glucagon, L for like, P for peptide, and -1. In summary, it's a natural hormone that's produced in your large intestine that helps regulate your blood sugar levels and your appetite. So today we're trying to keep this as simple as we can because I know with health things it can get very complicated for us, and I'm sure for you as well. If you're not a doctor. And so we'll link some videos in the description that go more into what GLP-1 is and what it does, and that you can check out and learn on your own if you want to dive more into some of the science behind it and some of the verbiage. All right, so first let's talk about synthetic GLP-1. Oh, she has a shot there. So the shot that people have been taking that they basically inject. So scientifically, what does the synthetic shot, the GLP-1 agonist, as they call it, what does it do in your body? Primarily used for people with type 2 diabetes, because it stimulates insulin in the pancreas, so it slows down your stomach emptying, reducing glucagon secretion, and it promotes a feeling of fullness, which is good. Ultimately, it helps lower your blood sugar levels and it manages your appetite. And it can contribute to weight loss because you don't have that desire to eat food, or you're not thinking about food all the time, which for a lot of us is a struggle where it's like, oh, what are we going to eat for lunch? What are we going to eat for a snack? So it helps with that. So it's been good for a lot of people to lose weight because, they're just not eating as much and they're being able to control a lot of those urges, which before they may have not had all that control. That's one explanation of it. One doctor kind of simplified it. He said, basically, you're kind of trading overnutrition for starvation because you don't feel hungry anymore. But the truth is you're just not eating, which in our opinion, isn't the best thing when you're not eating food for what your body needs. And we'll talk about some of the side effects.
I will say this, though. I have seen people do well on the synthetic shot, but it's mostly because they've changed their appetite. They've increased their protein, their exercise.
Yeah, and for some people, you're losing weight, so hopefully maybe your mobility is going to go up. So for a lot of people, it can help them. Our concern that we'll talk about is just the long term, like how long are you going to stay on it and what it's doing to your body over time. And so we'll talk about some of these side effects because with anything, there are some side effects. Some of the side effects of the synthetic shot, obviously this is a bigger list. We've heard quite a few firsthand experiences on this, but obviously not everyone may experience all these. So this isn't everyone, but some of the things that you may experience: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, constipation, gas, burping, acid reflux, hypoglycemia, kidney problems, allergy reactions, gallbladder problems, thyroid tumors, hair loss. The big one that we want to talk about is muscle loss and like loose skin. With muscle loss, that's one of the things we heard about is that especially in older patients. You don't want to be losing muscle.
What I've been learning now that I'm 40 years old, so I got to do the research, we lose muscle at a much faster rate as we age, or we're not able to replenish it as much, and it's just harder to gain muscle. So for mobility reasons, yeah, you may be losing weight, but if you're losing muscle, then you are going to ultimately lose that stability that muscle brings to you. So it's just something to consider. I don't know how many doctors are actually monitoring their GLP-1 synthetic patients' muscle retention and their bone density retention, because the other day I saw a video about a singer saying that I didn't know who she was, but she was saying that she was diagnosed with osteoporosis and she was in her 20s, I believe. So, I mean, that's a scary idea because you can't reverse that. And muscle loss, yes, you can gain muscle back, but you just have to be aware that that is something that you need to monitor if you choose the GLP-1 synthetic. Let me add to that. I have a friend who actually became a consultant as well because she was looking into the shot, and her husband is a first responder, and he told her absolutely not, because he gets calls all the time for people that are on a synthetic GLP-1 that have intestinal blockage. And so as a first responder, he is going to the scene and he's finding people that are suffering, and it ends up that the shot seems to be the culprit.
So yeah, those are some potential side effects if you go that option.
Right.
All right, we touched on just a little bit, but one of the things that kind of a concern that we have, and that's with anything, but is your doctor relationship when you're trying to lose weight is, and this isn't against doctors. We have lots of friends and family members that are doctors, and most of them they got in there for the right reason. What happens, unfortunately, is that they're super busy. They are asked by their administration, is to prescribe and to treat the symptoms, and not necessarily get to the root cause, or suggest, hey, maybe you need an exercise plan. You need to change your eating. They're supposed to treat the symptoms, and so a lot of times the simplest thing is, hey, let me give you a prescription and send you on your way, because I have another 15 patients that are waiting and I need to go through them. And so sometimes you don't get that relationship, and you touched on it a second ago about how are they monitoring muscle loss, and from what we've heard from some family members, not necessarily asking all the questions or doing all the tests to make sure that your body is reacting to the synthetic shot in the way that it should.
With a doctor, it's important to understand that diet and exercise should always be in the conversation whenever you have symptoms, whether it be weight gain. I know I experienced hormonal weight gain. That'll be another video that we'll discuss, and how this GLP-1 activator helped me through that, balance my hormones. But there are just more things to consider rather than just immediately turning to a synthetic. A prescribed synthetic that may or may not give you the effects that you want. I know not everyone has had success with the shot, but either way, it's just diet and exercise needs to be included in the conversation. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you a little bit about what I've been taking for the last 3 months. It's the MB Core, which is the GLP-1 activator, and the MB Enhance, which is the nutrient-dense supplement that you have. Both of these, you have them every day. You start with 2 pills 30 minutes before you eat your first meal, and then you have this, and it's powder form, and it improves your gut health. I had gut issues for like 2 years, and so this has been really great about healing my gut, balancing my hormones. So what the system does is it's designed to work together. And like the synthetic GLP-1, it helps suppress your appetite. But the biggest difference is this actually helps your body create GLP-1 naturally. According to the clinical trial, it can boost your GLP-1 production up to 140%, which is amazing. It's something that I can tell you, as someone who has had emotional eating challenges pretty much since I was 8 years old is when I can remember it starting. I've constantly had food noise. I didn't realize that was something that other people didn't have. If you experience food noise, comment below if that's something that's been an issue for you. But I would think about food constantly. About 5 years ago, I started my health journey, and I lost weight through learning how to work through emotional eating, which was great, but I still constantly thought about food, and it was really frustrating because I thought that was something that would just go away on its own, and it didn't until I started taking this. And now I tell Evan, I'm like, this is so surprising. It's like food's not even a thing for me. I enjoy it, but I'm not obsessing over it. 92% of the participants lost weight. I think the average was 11 pounds, and that was over a 12-week, and they were evaluated every 4 weeks. 92% saw a reduction of total body fat. 71 experienced a reduction of visceral fat, which is a really big deal because that's the fat that's around your organs. 100% of the subjects who lost weight were able to maintain all of their muscle mass, which I think is incredible. I keep talking about that. I'm like, my muscles, like my abs after working for years, are finally starting to peek through. So that's been exciting. As far as the other things, it reduces your food cravings, your sugar cravings, the portion size. So just like the synthetic, you just don't have as much of an appetite. It helps you be more mindful about what you're eating. I've had a lot of people that I've been working with tell me that they actually crave healthy food. One of the people I've been working with told me the other day that they haven't had any fast food all week, which was a really big deal for them because they ate fast food multiple times during the week. They just felt like they have a better relationship with food, which would have been really helpful when I started my health journey 5 years ago. But I am grateful that I can share this with people now.
Well, I guess what impressed me too about this product, like seeing the difference in her, she sleeps a lot better, which is nice. Oh my goodness. And we'll talk more about her experience later, but
we do need to talk side effects.
Yes, there are.
You gotta be fair.
Yes, there are some side effects with Mind Body that we've heard about. Not a lot, thankfully, but some of what we've heard, and they say about 1 in 10 may experience this, but you may experience some bloating.
Right.
And a lot of these side effects are because your body may not be used to eating, because this is a natural foods. Your body may not be used to eating them, and so especially the additional fiber.
Yes.
Because the fiber, we've heard people having, basically not used to it, and so their body starts to react. So you may have some diarrhea, you may have some constipation, you may have some gas. And what we usually tell people is, because if you're not used to eating a lot of fiber, then drink a lot of water. That will help, and then your body will slowly start to adjust. And in another time we'll talk about it, but you just have to balance out like how much enhance you're doing at the beginning and slowly ease into it if you're experiencing some of those symptoms.
I say, you can start off with 1 to 2 scoops. It's 4 scoops a day, but you can kind of slowly increase as you need it. So that's one thing that I like about this is you can be very intuitive with your body and adjust accordingly. All
right, so just a quick overview then of both GLP-1 basically options is they're both very similar in their effects on your body. Both are going to help with weight loss. Both will help you feel full, and they're going to help you manage your appetite and silence your food noise.
So the difference is some have experienced dramatic weight loss at a pretty quick pace, which if you're not monitoring it, I know that some research shows that a big portion of those pounds lost could be lean muscle mass. So that's something that you just need to be aware of. With the natural GLP-1 option, you're probably not going to lose it quite as fast as far as pounds go, but you will be losing inches. I noticed a change within the first few weeks, and it was hormonal weight loss, so that's like the hardest kind to lose. So that was really exciting for me. My clothes were fitting better. I just went down a pant size, which I haven't done in years. So that was great. Our bodies don't want to lose weight at a really quick rate. So some would say that maybe doing it at a slower pace makes it more sustainable. Your body can kind of keep up with it. You should be making lifestyle choices so that you can maintain your weight loss and make sure that you don't miss out on the muscle as well.
What do you think? Which option would you prefer? Which one do you think sounds better for you? Let us know in the comments. If you have any questions about either one of these, let us know. We're here to help. With Healthy Roots Life, our goal is we want you to make sustainable changes in your life. We're not about the quick fix and the diet where that's not sustainable, that you enjoy and that you can continue doing for a long period of time. Because in the end, we truly believe that the best thing is making healthy changes in your life. It's not just for a short period of time, but for the rest of your life.
So hopefully that helps you if you're considering a natural or a synthetic option. I know it's always scary when you're putting something in your body, but if you do the research and you monitor what you're doing, if you feel more comfortable talking to a doctor about this, we actually have quite a few consultants that are doctors, which has been really interesting to get their take. They kind of prescribe these to their patients, even though they're non-prescription. But it's just something that we feel strongly that everyone should do their research and be able to walk into whatever decision they make with confidence, and that also recognizing that this is your body, it's a gift, and taking care of it is going to be a lifelong challenge, but it's also a journey that I think you can all really enjoy. I know I started my weight loss journey 5 years ago, and now I've made it my mission to share what I've learned. And Evan started, last year? Mm-hmm. He was a little late to the game, but everyone has to do it on their own time. And so if either of these options can help boost your confidence and get you started down that path, again, no judgments for anyone that chooses a synthetic shot. We just want people to have the research in front of them and be able to make an informed decision. Also, if you are already on a synthetic GLP-1, we have quite a few people that have moved over to the activator.
If you're interested in learning more, Healthy Roots Life, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button if you like the video, comment if you have any questions below. On our website, and also on Instagram, we have our different recipes and different eating plans and ideas for you, which we're trying to help. And so subscribe to us if you want to see more from Healthy Roots Life. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.
Bye.